Vexcel, wholly owned Microsoft entity. We work in public safety, government verticals, and we act like a systems integrator for Microsoft to manage Microsoft and its partners, bring them together and run these long-scale programs. Our intent is to basically make sure people in law enforcement, in government, get the best mix of technical and program management talent all in one place and basically enhance operations and delivery. Chad?
Yeah, no, it's spot on. I just think that not a lot of people have known about Vexcel for a long time, and kind of the hope and purpose is to be able to change that narrative a little bit. And Vexcel is just it's a little bit of a hidden talent, and there's a lot to offer. This thing, it's such a different entity, it's such a different piece. When we think about command and control, that's where its sweet spot is. It's kind of an overused term, but we think next generation command and control. Right? What does that mean? We've changed in time. We can move away from some of the old manual pieces that you've used to run command and control in any level, whether it's law enforcement, fire, EMS, paper maps, radios, whiteboards. Right? Those are our common tools, but only because they're really resilient. Right? They're reliable. But they're not very effective by today's standards. So you go into your office, you have access to tons of cloud capabilities, right? You have all of your high-speed technology. You go 5 feet from the incident, and you've lost it all. And so a lot gets lost in translation. Just recently, we've been able to move over that new line that says, listen, you can have all of those high-speed capabilities, right? Think about all your cloud-enabled technologies, high-speed communications. All of it can be done right from the edge. And so now we've done it in resilience. We've had resilience in spades, right? I know it's an overused term, but really we've established a way that you can have multiple forms of communications through LTE, through 5G, through satellite, mesh networking, and there's a lot to unpack there. But what that means is that there's I hate to say the word never, but there's very, very few situations where you can find yourself in that you wouldn't be able to access some of those high-tech capabilities to be able to have phenomenal situational awareness, know where all your responders are at any given time, even what floor they're on, see transcription of what the radios are saying, all three at the same time, keyword analysis to know, did someone say something important that I missed? All of that happening real time, and then you still get it later, right? After the incident is done, your debrief, all of that incident, that after action incident is all relevant and kind of done for you. But what that also means is we move away from a whiteboard, we got paper maps, and those are great, but now that it's all cloud-based, it's all connected ecosystem, it's a lot to be able to manage, to be able to know, like, how do I use it? How do I get it?
To add to that, right? So about 15, 20 years ago, you didn't really have these many capabilities readily available that the cloud and a PaaS or IaaS ecosystem provides today. Most services are available as a software piece, right? Like it's plug and play, readily deployable, rapidly, prototyping with the customer. Those were things that were tough to manage and set up. Even contracting would take years to get to that position where you can actually build something like that.
Right.
So one of the key things we've been focusing and why we're coming out now is with the power of Azure, we are able to get those things out much quicker. Something like this, and bringing all those technology pieces together is going to be much faster, much more easily manageable, right? As a service, rather than having to build, something ground up, manage multiple different data centers, all the complexities of that, and having constant hardware refresh cycles, right? So having cloud enable that, I think is a major, major leap. In public safety in general. And with all the data redundancies, the data securities, compliance standards being met on Microsoft GovCloud and otherwise, I think we're going to really accelerate a lot of these challenges and solving them, for our customers. So think about it like when there's a problem, you go build an app like 10 years ago. These days, that problem's already solved. You just need to figure out how to basically embed a readily available solution, in your way and customize it for your needs. So cars is a fantastic, I would say an external manifestation of that on building so many technologies together and being it made available in emergency situations is going to be more and more game changing as we proceed further, right?
Absolutely. And to that point, let me just what does that mean for you, right? What does that mean for our customers? What does that mean for like the first responders out in the field? One, we're hoping to make it easy so that it's not overwhelming, to move away from it's all hardware driven, which as cops I say I came out of law enforcement myself. It's easy to manage those because if it's hardware, we can do switches and this kind of stuff. But now once you move into cloud-based technologies, we want to make sure you guys have access to all the changes, right? What are the things that we know that are coming, right? As a Microsoft company, we're aware of all the updates, the newest technologies. We want to make sure that your truck maintains its operational readiness at all times, right? We want to make sure it's ready day to day. And the piece that we kind of didn't mention was it's usable day to day, right? You think about the form factor isn't the point. This is a Tahoe, right? It's a familiar SUV. It doesn't matter the form factor that goes into, but it can be used every day, call to call, right? From a traffic collision up to massive incident, right? And you pick your incident, it's ready, it's available, and functional and assistance, right? So those are the things that, from a Vexcel Microsoft perspective, that's where we see is want to make sure you're enabled so that it just always works and you're less worried about it, right? And that's why this great partnership with Darley and making sure that you guys have access to that.
So I think what I'll end it, in this dialogue is when you have a lot of Microsoft investment or planning to, right? So Vexcel can really help you maximize that in an end-to-end capacity. When you're looking for program governance, expertise in IoT, sensors, enhancing data capabilities, ingesting massive amounts of data, and building a digitally aware, AI enabling solution. I think reach out to us. We have partnership and then wonderful partners like at Darley, and then we work with about 70, 80 partners across the U.S. To meet the customer's need in various arenas.
Yeah.
So, any of those things matter to you, happy to help initiate those conversations. And, it's all about art of the possible with us. So looking forward to catching up. Chad?
I think the last thing is we'll drop a teaser in there. There's a Microsoft's big Ignite show coming up in about a month. November 18th, I believe. We'll fact check that. We'll have a real operational vehicle with a large agency. Won't reveal that, but you'll have to stay tuned to see who it is. But these things are changing the way we can operate with command and control and beyond. So, very cool.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
Appreciate it. Cheers.